Something unbelievable just happened inside Indiana's State House, occurring, and almost no one saw it coming.
And the real twist behind the vote is even bigger. Stay with us, because this story takes a sharp turn you won't expect.
Tonight's headline reads like political fan fiction. Indiana Republicans just rejected Donald Trump's handcrafted, supercharged gerrymandering map, and now the GOP is fighting itself harder than Biden ever could. Grab a seat, because this is the kind of plot twist that keeps political comedians employed. Let's start with the stunning part. Not that Donald Trump demanded a perfect map that gives Republicans every congressional seat in Indiana. No, the shocking part is that Indiana Republicans, yes, Republicans, looked at Trump's map and said the political equivalent of, "Sir, no, absolutely not. Take this back." The vote wasn't close. It wasn't suspenseful. It wasn't even polite. 31-19, and Trump's prized 9-0 Republican sweep went down faster than Rudy Giuliani's hair dye in a press conference. That's not a loss. That's a rejection letter from his own fan club. For weeks, Trump demanded that Indiana lawmakers create the perfect Republican map. Perfect. No flaws, no weaknesses, no Democrats. Basically, Trump wanted the Avengers of gerrymandering. He pressured state senators, held public rallies, posted online threats, and even dispatched his vice president, J.D. Vance, twice to twist arms. Because nothing says state independence like the federal executive branch hovering over your legislature like a helicopter parent at a middle school science fair. But Indiana said no. They didn't whisper it. They didn't suggest it gently. They shouted it into a microphone and wrote it in the official record.
Imagine being Trump. You demand total obedience, unleash pressure, send your VP twice, only to get a rejection harsher than a Tinder match saying absolutely not. That's tough.
Yes, it is tough, especially because Trump thought he had the votes. He insisted he had the votes. He went on social media and practically guaranteed victory, as if confidence alone bends the universe. Unfortunately for him, the universe still operates on math, and the math said his map was a political Frankenstein stitched together with ambition and Sharpie ink. The Senate President pro tem, Roderick Bray, politely tried to warn Trump weeks earlier. "Mr. President, we don't have the votes, but Trump, being Trump, assumed Bray just needed more motivation, or pressure, or intimidation, or maybe another late-night truth post in all caps." Spoiler alert, none of it worked. After the vote sank, Trump didn't quietly accept the defeat. No, this is Trump. He treats political losses the same way he treats subpoenas, as personal attacks. He immediately vowed to primary every Republican lawmaker who voted against him. Every single one. That's not strategic. That's a man flipping the monopoly board because he landed on luxury tax. Indiana Republicans, instead of folding, responded by standing their ground, something no one predicted outside of Marvel Studios. They argued openly that Trump's plan was bad for democracy, bad for the state, and bad for conservative principles. One senator, Spencer Deary, even delivered a line so poetic you could engrave it on the door of the state capitol. "My opposition to mid-cycle gerrymandering is driven by my conservative principles. As long as I have breath, I will resist a federal government that attempts to bully or control our state." Translation: we love you, sir, but stop treating our legislature like it's a Ron DeSantis staff meeting.
Think about how wild this is. Republicans resisting Trump, not because they're scared of Democrats, but because they're tired of being bullied by their own party leader. It's like the call was coming from inside the house.
Exactly. And the rebellion didn't stop at speeches. Some GOP lawmakers even reported swatting attempts and bomb threats during the redistricting fight. Now, we're not saying Trump caused those, but let's just note the coincidence. Trump publicly names and shames these lawmakers. Trump demands total loyalty. Trump pressures them relentlessly. And then threats start incoming like spam emails in tax season. This isn't politics. This is a reality TV meltdown with a higher police budget. The rejected map wasn't just a minor tweak. It was a full-blown, hyper-engineered Republican sweep designed to make Democrats in Indiana go extinct. Trump wanted 9-0, a clean sweep, a perfect score. The problem? Indiana Republicans already have a commanding advantage. But Trump doesn't do enough. He only does everything, including demanding the kind of map that makes courts roll their eyes and voters ask if someone spilled ink on the district lines. When the Senate rejected it, Trump's allies panicked. They thought the party would crack from pressure. Instead, it cracked from the weight of Trump's expectations, and that's when the real chaos began. Redistricting is now in limbo. The GOP is openly arguing with itself. Trump's threats have triggered fear and resentment. And other red states are watching Indiana and quietly thinking, if they stood up to him, do we have to? Kansas, Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, all places where Trump is demanding aggressive maps, just watched Indiana Republicans say, no, we're good, thanks. That's the GOP version of a rebellion.
It's funny. Trump wanted a perfect nationwide sweep. Instead, he accidentally taught Republicans that they can say no, and the world won't explode.
And let's not ignore the Democrats. While the GOP is playing a live-action remake of Game of Thrones Redistricting Edition, Democrats are quietly picking up wins. A new map may gain them seats in California. A court-ordered map in Utah could hand them another. Virginia and Maryland are redrawing maps in ways that may benefit them. Trump wanted one simple outcome: total dominance. Instead, he gifted Democrats multiple opportunities and ignited a GOP civil war just months before the election cycle heats up. This isn't a political strategy. This is a self-inflicted political migraine. Trump loves one word more than any other: winning. He says it constantly. He repeats it like it's a prescription. But this was losing, loudly, publicly, embarrassingly, and to his own party. He wanted a victory lap. Instead, he got a reminder that even Republicans sometimes get tired of being told what to do by a man who thinks redistricting is just rearranging people on a chessboard. Trump underestimated Indiana Republicans. They weren't desperate to please him. They were desperate to not look corrupt in front of millions of voters. And for once, integrity won around in American politics.
For a guy obsessed with loyalty, maybe Trump should try being a little loyal to the idea of democracy. Just a thought.
So here we are. Trump demanded total control. He got public humiliation. He wanted a clean sweep. He got a civil war. He wanted loyalty. He got rebellion. He wanted to reshape Indiana. Indiana reshaped the GOP. For a man who built his brand on winning, this one has to sting. But hey, look on the bright side. He just proved something no one expected. Trump can unite Republicans, just not in the way he intended.